Hey everybody, and welcome to the Pit of 100 Trials. Yep, I finally got around to recording this after two failed attempts. Well, the first attempt that failed after my computer decided it wanted to, restart for an automatic update. Yeah, always annoying. And as for the second attempt, well, I actually made it down to like floor 75 without any real trouble. Well, aside from dying already at one point before making it there, and even having to use some of my items. So at that point I felt like I wasn't ready to just finish the pit, and I ended up quitting. But this time I sat down and I recorded the whole thing, and well, yeah, here you go, the Pit of 100 Trials. So yeah, here are all the items I got. I pretty much, made the whole Wacka species extinct, and I got the remaining Wacka Bumps that I could get. I also got Jelly Ultras by combining Ultra Shrooms and jamming jellies at Zest's shop. So, yeah, nice little healing items to have. Boo Sheet because, they're helpful for the Bone Tail fight, and, everything else. Life Shrooms, yeah, that's a given. And as for my badges, I have Money just for some extra money in the pit. Damage Dodge, of course. Flower Finder, just so I can, keep my flower points after I use so many flower attacks in each battle. Multi-bounce, peekaboo, yeah. Just, typical stuff. Quake Hammer, Spike Shield, Pretty Lucky, all that stuff. The only reason I have peekaboo, though, is because I will not be using Goombella to tattle on enemies. And, I don't know, I guess it's just embedded in my mind from so many years of, just many different RPGs where I need to see the enemy's HP so that I feel more comfortable about the battles. So yeah, that's why I did peekaboo. So yeah, I'm not going to be tattling on the enemies because, quite frankly, when I was doing that in my first playthrough, it almost ended catastrophically for me a few times. Namely on the later levels when I would waste a turn just to tattle on an enemy. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. Anyway, I kept this battle intact to show off the first new enemy we met, a Gloomba. Yeah, you only see them here in the Pit of 100 Trials, and pretty much they're just regular old Goombas with more HP and darker skin. As for the rest of these enemies, these are just, random, normal enemies we faced earlier in the game. And yeah, I'm just speeding up the rest of the battles just so you can, see, so you know that I actually did it. I guess. Why not? I don't know. This is actually rather loud in my headset, so let me just turn that down a little. But okay. Yeah, these are all enemies that you fight, in Petal Metals and all that jazz, so at this point you really don't have much to worry about. As you can see, I was just using Koops. Either multi-bounce from Mario or Power Shell from Koops to just kill all the enemies, except in the Gloomba's case. Okay, so here we are at floor number 10. Every 10th floor there is a treasure in the pit. And at this one we get the Sleepy Stomp badge. Yeah, all you do is just use that to make enemies go to sleep. Right there we have Charlatan. You can pay him for items at a ridiculous markup. Don't knock Charlatan because you never know when you're going to need one of his little items to help you out. You never know. You never know. Plus, that was another reason I had money, just in case I need to buy something for him or to pay the mover, which we will be seeing later on. So anyway, floor 11, another new enemy, the Paragloomba. Pretty much it's just a Gloomba with wings. That's pretty much it. Yeah. You fight them like how you normally would a regular old Paragoomba. They just have more HP. And then I just went ahead and murdered the rest of the enemies rather easily. Simple stuff, really. Simple stuff. But I still used Koops for these floors because, I mean, they're the first 20 floors. If you have trouble on the first 20 floors, you really shouldn't be going through the pit. Well, then again, I have seen a few people who did, like, Chapter 1 runs of the pit, and, like, it's just mind-boggling. I can barely do this when I'm at level freaking 28. But here they are doing it at, like, level 7 or even lower than that. Maybe, like, 10 HP. It's ridiculous. Yeah, my Paper Mario skills are not the best. I mean, I can't even super guard well. And now we're getting into enemies that you see in Boggly Woods. It's still easy stuff, easy stuff. And now here we are at floor number 20. And right here we get Fire Drive. Attack all ground enemies and burn them as well. I believe I already had this badge beforehand too, so yeah, that's not really special for the pit. Anyway, we have a new enemy right here, the Spiky Goomba. Same old, same old. They're just regular old spiky Goombas with darker skin because they never see the light of day. And do they have more attack power? Actually, according to Mario Wiki, they have 4 attack. I cannot remember if that is more than a regular old spiky Goomba. Oh wait, no, I can just check. Yes, that is. Okay, so yep, they're a little bit stronger and they have a little more HP, but they die just as easily. And yeah, I switched to Bobbery for a few of these battles because, well, Koops just wasn't cutting it for these. Yeah, my strategy for the pit was just to complete the battles as quickly as possible. Not playing strategically. Because like I said, I can barely normal dodge well, but normal guard well, but super guarding, no. No, I just can't do it. And super guarding is the key to really succeeding in the pit, but hey, I managed somehow. And here we are at floor 30, where we will find Zap Tap. Do damage to enemies that touch Mario in battle. That's a rather useful badge to have, especially for the pit. Unfortunately, I didn't equip it, because I didn't feel I would need it. Plus, I wanted to save my BP on the badges I already had equipped. Anyway, new enemy, we have the Dark Koopa. They're just normal Koopas whose shells are purple, because they don't get to see the light of day. That's pretty much it. They just have more HP and a little more attack. Plus, they can right themselves up, too, on their own. I can't remember if normal Koopas can do that, too, but then again, normal Koopas never really, you know, survive for that long. So, yeah, I can't really base it off of that. But yeah, they're simple enough. Just beat them like how you would any old regular Koopa. They're not that bad. They're not that bad. Although I do dig those purple shells. And now that we're done with those, you know, random enemies from the Glitz Pit and Twilight Town, we're here at the next floor where we get the Pity Flower, where, yeah, we get to restore some FP every time Mario gets hit. Now, yeah, here's when I took off money because, you know, I figure, you know, plus 400 coins is more than enough. So I went ahead and equipped... What did I equip? I was doing something here. What in the world was I doing? Why did I take off Damage Dodge Partner? Oh, yeah, in favor of Quick Change. Yeah, because at this point the battles do get a little bit harder. So I figured now would be a good time to be able to switch in, you know, back up right on the fly. Although the battles aren't too bad, but you can never be too careful. Yeah, 400 coins, more than enough at this point. And right here, another new enemy, the Dark Paratroopa. Once again, they're just a regular Paratroopa with a purple shell, more HP, and a little more attack. And you just take them out like how you normally would a regular old Paratroopa. There's nothing more to it. But now we're getting into the enemies we fought in Kill All Key. So yeah, they're a little bit tougher and a little bit, you know, well, that's all it is to it. They're just a little bit tougher, so you just need to be more careful now. But yeah, I was rather close to leveling up, but the enemies are all still weak, where a full battle only gives me 1 star point, so yeah, 13 away. But I was taking a few more liberties here now. Also, I was really tired at this point because I still have no idea why I switched into Vivian. Seriously, I was struggling to stay awake at a certain point when I was recording this. I think this might have been that moment. Yeah, this had to have been that moment. I was just... Why didn't I bring out... I don't know. I don't know. You can't change the past, no matter how embarrassing it may be. Luckily, I was able to perk myself back up for the later floors, but... yeah. All's well that ends well, I guess. Yeah, I don't know why I left behind that Dizzy Dial either. That could have came in handy, you know. But at the end of the day, I didn't really need to use it. Okay, so here we are at floor 50, where I accidentally got the Strange Sack. Yeah, what the Strange Sack does is increase your inventory space by 10 more items. Yeah, that was purely on accident when I got that. You gotta believe me. Seriously, it was an honest mistake. I mean, just a 1 in a million chance. Anyway, we have some really annoying enemies right here. Badge Bandits. Yeah. Doesn't that name just strike fear into your heart? Pretty much you just want to kill them immediately because, as their name implies, they're badge bandits. They will steal your badge and run away with them. Thankfully, the Pit of 100 Trials is the only place they show up in. Because I think they would just be really rage-inducing if you encountered them later on. But yeah, now we're getting into Riverside Station. Well, actually, we already fought some of the Riverside Station enemies. Yeah, Poison Pokey and those spiky buzzies. Parabuzzies, I mean. Huh. Okay, well... okay. Dark Boos, those were in the, where Pennington was. And the Ice Puffs are on the way to Far Outpost. And then we got Red Chain Chomps, too. Huh. Okay, well, I guess they're just there. I mean, now the enemies are just sort of beginning to merge together as opposed to having a specific chapter that they appeared in. Also, I am about to level up, and at this point I figured, 50 HP is enough, 50 FP is enough, and I just devoted the what few level ups I got in this little run through of the pit on BP, because you can never equip too many badges, because I went ahead and did right there. Oh, we even got moon clefts too, so yeah, the enemies are just beginning to merge together. Because there's still a few more far outpost enemies that have yet to show up, as you will soon see. And with that, we are here at floor 60, where we get double dip. Yep, in one turn, we can use 2 items now. Not that useful. Not that useful, because you have to use FP to even be able to do that, which is kind of pointless, to me at least. But I'm sure there are some people out there that find use in that badge. Anyway, new enemy time, Dark Lakitu. Pretty much, they're just your common, average, everyday Lakitu, only they just have more HP and more strength. However, instead of throwing out regular old Spinies, they throw out sky blue Spinies, or as when you have Goombella Tattle on them, she calls them pipes. I don't understand that either. Yeah, I was just, like, I wasn't about to deal with this at this point, because the Spinies actually do have quite a bit of health, and if you let all of them throw out as many Sky Blue Spinies as they can, well, of course only a limited number can be on the stage at any given moment, but it can drag the fight on. Plus the Spinies actually have quite a bit of attack themselves, so I just wanted to end that as quickly as I could. But yeah, they're just your average, everyday, stronger Lakitus, so you just take them out as normal. Or if you're like me and you're impatient, you could go ahead and do a Showstopper, but I wouldn't recommend it. That uses up too much star power. That was not Showstopper, that was Supernova. My mistake. Alright. Also, yeah, we're now getting into the enemies we faced in the Palace of Shadow. So yeah, the enemies are getting stronger now. And that was just mean with the whole mist thing. But we also fight, I think, Ice Piranhas too? Yeah, Ice Piranhas, so, just a remnant from the Far Outpost escapades. And Dark Crawls, yeah, don't you fight one of those in the Pit 100? I mean, not Pit, but the Glitz Pit? Huh. That's kind of weird. Okay, then. Okay, so here we are at the floor 70 where we get Double Dip P. That lets your partner uses 2 items. That was bad grammar, but you get my meaning. So yeah, at this point I took a break.